How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast here on YouTube. Got a Blu-ray here. This is Revenge of the Nerds. The first. Oh God, I forgot I had this cover. Now I tried. I was looking through the collection. I was going to dig out because I own this on 3 formats now. Got the Blu-ray course right here, which I just picked up recently. It's like $8, $9 on Amazon. And honestly, that's about all it's worth. I'll explain one in a minute. I also have the old DVD that's the film, a couple extras, the pilot that never aired on Fox, a couple of deleted scenes, got a commentary. Then I have not the first VHS release, but like the second one. I have that a buddy of mine years ago, video shop in his area, was either closing or getting rid of all their VHS and stuff. It was like a quarter. He's like, you want anything? I was like, yeah, give me that and return the limit debt. Revenge of the Nerds, real simple. Basically, college comedy. Louis Skolnick here, which is Robert Carradine and Anthony Edwards. Gilbert, I can't remember Gilbert's last name. Going up to college, Adams College, supposed to have a good computer department. The jocks burn down their frat house. They take over the freshman dorms. The freshmen are allowed to join fraternities. The ones that can't get in end up becoming the Lambda fraternity, the nerds. They get a house. They fight with the jocks. I figure if you're watching this, you know this fucking movie. How is this? This is basically, they took everything from that old special edition DVD, because that DVD, there is a solo release. I have it in the box set that's all 4 of the movies, but there's a solo release of that version. There's a release that's like the first 3 films, but not the 4th. They took all the extras from that and just poured them over. Didn't remaster them or nothing. They look like I'm a nerd and proud of it featurette, which is pretty decent. You got Timothy Busfield, Robert Carradine, got to play Booger Curtis Armstrong, Jeff Canoe, the director, and a few other people. Wormser. God, what is his name? Larry B. Scott? Larry Lamar. Larry B. something. He's in it. It's a pretty decent little featurette. Well, you can tell they shot this thing on like cheap camcorders whenever they did it. And that set came out in like 2005, if I'm thinking right. Well, it looks like ass on here. It's cool to watch, and it's a featurette, so who cares? The movie looks good. They remastered it a little bit. You tell they had a HD master. It looks the best it's ever looked. It's still missing the one scene where Lewis finds the house and is walking with a sign with the number on it because it wasn't a 555 number. That is only on, as far as I know, any of the VHS releases. At least up to I don't think this got a VHS release for like 98. Because the one I have is the one that came out like 95. It's like the Fox Favorites or something like this. It's not the original release. I know that still has that scene. That's why I wanted it. But, I mean, what else can I say? Series. All 4 of them are decent. This one's the best. Yeah, I know. If you modernize, it gets a little icky. I get it. Stuff was different back then, kids. This was a comedy back in the day. Your uber strict parents are not going to let kids watch it, but like, this came out, 84, I'm guessing? Yeah, 84, so I would have been 9 or 10, and it's like, I remember going to theater to see this, but my dad took me. I can remember, no, it was me, my dad, and my uncle. I can remember like the day it came out, we knew when it was coming out on home video, renting it and watching it. And that's it's got pussy in it. You see Bush, there's nudity galore, and there's drug use. I love this damn movie. My parents were like, cool, let me watch it. I don't know what else. I mean, what else is there to say? It's a fucking comedy classic. It's one of the better 80s comedies. Man, all that whole branch there, we got like Animal Keys and all that stuff. And if you the raunchy comedies, if you want to include like American Pie, that even the more modern stuff, which like one of them I love the more modern ones is like the Dorm Day series. There's 2 of those. Both of those are good, but Revenge of the Nerds is still my favorite. This is one I've seen a couple 100 times. Hell, okay. Show you how ingrained this film is into me. When I shipped off to go to boot camp, I went to boot camp Fort Jackson. I got there, I missed my knee. We get there at 4 o'clock in the morning, or 3 o'clock, or some shit like this, 2 o'clock, something like this. We crash out for a couple hours. We get up. I shave and have to clean myself because I got a full beard. And we get in trouble for something. I mess my knee up. I get sent to what's called training corps, which is where if you're injured and you don't want to go home because you're injured, you'll heal up quicker. If you're going to be out for more than a month, they send your ass home. and come back when you're healed up. If you're going to be less than a month, they send you training corps. And if you're a guy that can do 12 or 13 push-ups in a minute or 2 minutes, I can't remember what the time limit is anymore, and a girl that can't do one, they send you there, and they get you in physical shape. While we were there, we rented, our drill sergeants were cool. Drill instructors, actually. They were not our sergeants, they were drill instructors. They rent movies every Friday and Saturday, and we could all gather in this one big workout room. They put them on like the 3 or 4 TVs, and be guys and girls. We sit there and bullshit the girls, watch movies. We rented this thing constantly because everybody wanted to see it. Half the guys, because there was 17 guys on one side of the building, and across the way, like all the drill sergeants that stayed there, and the captain and all that shit, their officers were in the middle, and the other side was girls. There was like 100 girls. 100 girls could do one push-up. But half the guys in the group had Revenge of the Nerd nicknames. Like we had a guy that we called Worms, or we had a guy we called Poindexter. You know, there was a Booger. Just love this fucking movie. And the stuff like they're so-called because what happens? They try to excuse me. Like I said, the dorm burns down. The jocks move into the freshman dorm. The nerds are living in the gym. Can't really stay there because the basketball season's getting ready to start. They find this old house. They're going to fix it up. Well, they buy it. You know, they're renting and fixing it up. And so I want to point out, it's like, Booger technically is not a nerd. It's just they'll accept anybody. Booger's like, well, fuck it, I need a place to stay. And I'm a little watching this going, man, Booger looks like he's 30. He's going to college late. I love Booger. Done awesome. They fix the place up. The jocks throw like a brick or something through the window. Nerds go home. They go to the Greek council because it happens on campus. I guess some shit. They told the kid to do nothing about because they're not a fraternity. So they go pledge. The only fraternity they'll even let them meet with them is Lambda, like an all-black fraternity that does have a branch on their campus, and they don't want to give it to them because they're nerds, but they have they can become provisionary members. So the show, you and Jefferson, and I can't remember the other guy's name. God, I remember a lot of these names. You and Jefferson. How good they're doing. They decide to throw a big party. They invite the jocks, the cheerleader fraternity. They were supposed to come and be their dates, but they're not going to show up. So Gilbert is dating this little nerdy girl in computer class, which the computer scene's amazing. She invites her sorority sisters, and nothing's happening. The Booger pulls out these joints. I'm not kidding. They're around his 2 fucking fingers, like that shit. You're like, wonder joints, man. Pulls out like 10 of these things. You're going, God, even back then, that's what, $400 worth of pot? Back then. Now? You know, Jesus. And then the jocks end up throwing pigs through the thing. So you and Jefferson like, all's revenge will make you a fraternity. So they're going to get the revenge. And what the revenge on the jocks end up doing is like they put liquid heat on the jock straps. They sneak it. They do a panty raid on the sorority cheerleader's dormitory. It's covered because Worms are the little kid who's like 12 at the oldest. He's just a genius. And Lamar, the gay member, who Lamar's not really a nerd either. It's just like Lamar's the gay guy, so they're not going to let him in any fraternity. So fuck it. The nerds like, hey, we could use Lamar. Climb into the roof and like drill holes in the ceiling, put cameras, and they're like wireless cameras. They hook up to their TV, and the nerds are like this big ass like. Okay, y'all that are my age, like in your 40s, the big ass wood TVs your grandparents had in their house that were heavy as fuck. It's one of those TVs. Y'all are young to be, you don't know what to watch. Go look up old wood grain TVs on YouTube. Big ass motherfuckers. They're watching the shit on there. Oh, God. And what ends up happening is they got to win the Greek games and the carnival and all this. They end up becoming the head of the Greek council. And even though they win, they're all celebrating. The fucking jocks go to destroy their house, so they go to the pep rally and take them on. And the jocks are getting ready to beat the shit out of them. And all of a sudden, like, this bass line starts playing, this funk music starts playing, and you and Jefferson, with all the alumni from Lambda, which are all these, like, 6'5" big motherfuckers, come walking out like, let the brother talk. Just, oh, God, I love this movie. You can see, I could probably go through the entire plot. I need to do a commentary for this, but I'm out. Go get this before it goes out of print, because I got to feel this is one of those that's going to slowly disappear. It's not streaming on anything that I can find. I looked around. And I do not have Disney. I do not have HBO. Was it HBO Max is what that's called? And I do not have but I have everything else, all the other major services. And it's not on anything I have. It ain't on any of the free things. And the second one's okay. Give me a second. Sorry about that. I'm doing laundry at the same time, but I just love this movie. The third, okay, real quick. This was the second one. I want to say is '87. I want to throw this out there. Right, like the month before it hit theaters, when the ads were playing on TV, they were buying. I don't know if it was 20th Century Fox. I don't know if they were syndicating this and the channels were in the air, but like our local UHF channel, which was Fox by then, I'm assuming, would air this about once a week. Revenge of the Nerds, the original one, cut for TV, but the ad breaks would all be Nerd News Network, and it was the dad, if I remember right, from the first one, Cromwell. Talking about nerds are coming back to Florida, and like advertising the second film, and I've never seen this thing. I don't know if anybody has that footage. Let's say it's PG-13. The third one was made for TV. It's like early '90, maybe '91. It's the Next Generation Nerds. The fourth one is not bad. It's the first one to get a hold of. You know, for a while there was aired on like one of the Encore networks fairly often. And there is a DVD release. It's Nerds in Love. Booger's getting married. Lewis is married. I'm trying to think. Ogre's a member of them now. I'm gonna get out. I went on too long. Talk to y'all later. Boom. Bye.